Alright, so let's learn how to draw a transmembrane protein or a transmembrane transporter protein. So like always, we're going to start off by drawing a shape. Go to your shapes and select your rectangle tool and draw a rectangle like this. Okay. Now hold one of the corner points and drag them inside to make a shape like this. Maybe we can reduce the width a little bit. All right, now keep the rectangle selected and go to your curvature tool. Now once you have your curvature tool selected, you'll have all these points on the edge of the rounded rectangle. One thing that you need to do first is over here and on the top you have 2 points. Okay, so I'm going to select it and delete one of the points. So just select it and press delete on your keyboard. That will delete one of the points. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to make a point right over here, right on this curve on the right side, and I want you to pull it out like this. Okay, something of this sort. Now once this is done, go to the next point right above this point that you just pulled and double click on it to make it a smoothened edge. Okay, so if you double click again, it becomes the corner becomes like very stiff, but once you again double click, it becomes smoothened out. All right, so do the same thing for this point as well, and you have a kind of curvy edge on the outside. All right, now select the whole thing, select the whole shape and reduce the size a little bit and duplicate this shape. So hold Option on your keyboard and drag while holding Shift so that it stays in the same line, and there you have it. Now go to your horizontal flip and click that so that this is flipped horizontally. The next thing that you want to do is create a little bit of background to this. So go again to the rectangle tool, select it and draw a rectangle just above this. Okay, something like this. All right, and right now this rectangle that we just drew, it is in front of the other shapes, so we need to send it to the back. If you remember the shortcut, it is Command Shift and the back square bracket, so it goes to the back and stays over there. Now just adjust this to the edge. A little bit of edge should be seen, not too much. Okay, and I'm gonna pull this up a little bit. All right, now select the rectangle and go again to the curvature tool. Select it and put a point on the top edge and give it a little bit of curve like this. Okay, and again keep the rectangle selected, zoom in a little bit. Okay, select the direct selection tool and select these 2 corners. Okay, so how do you do that? Just select one, hold Shift and select the other, and you can see that these 2 are highlighted. Now only these 2 are selected, whereas these 2 are not. These are not highlighted. Click and hold on one and drag it inside like this so that you have a curved bottom. Okay, and pull it to the center so that you have the maximum curve that you can get. And now you have the basic shape ready. So what I want to do is I want to make this a little bit. All right, so now you have the basic shape ready. Now all you need to do is give it some colors. Select both of these sides, and I want to give it a gradient. So select the gradient over here and select on this gradient slider, and you can change the color to something you like. I'm going to give it something yellow, golden yellow. Right, that seems good. And the inner portion, I want the same color but in a darker shade. So these two were this type of gradient, which is linear gradient. The inside portion, we want it to be a radial gradient. So again, click on the slider and select the radial gradient, and double click on the darker area, go to the swatches, and you can just slide this a little bit inside the brightness so that the brightness goes down a little bit and it looks darker. That's how you draw a membrane transporter.